Hey guys, it's Scarmmy Reviews, and I have just started this today. I asked people on DeviantArt to note me or comment on the deviation I made about me critiquing their creepypasta OCs, and I got a few of them. Some of them there wasn't enough information on, so I could critique them, or it was just too long and it would make a really lengthy video, and I don't want my first video to be really long and people get bored already. But just so you guys know, this channel is not going to be for bashing on creepypastas or any type of OC in general. It's like a critique. A critique is more of a, like, you give information and you give feedback on a character and how the person can fix it. I am not here to insult anyone, insult their characters. I'm just here to give feedback on how I feel about the certain character. You guys may know me from my other channel, Scarmmy. I do art on that channel. I just wanted to make a new one for this specific thing because I feel like that channel has a lot going on. It's more of like an artistic set channel, and I just wanted to leave this on a different channel. So this is totally unscripted. I have nothing to go off of. This is from me. All of this information is from me. I have not had everything written down. The only thing I have to read off of is the story or the bios that people have sent me of their characters. So I'm sorry if I say or I just don't sound professional, because I'm not. I just want to get that out there. But yeah, let's get into the story. This story was made by Cage Fan 121 or 121. Their creepypasta OC name is Skinrunner. I have skimmed over this. I have not read all of it. I've skimmed over it. I'm sorry if I stutter or anything. The grammar in this does not seem the best. It does not seem the best at all. I am a total grammar Nazi, so I'll probably just go quiet for a minute if I read it when I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on sometimes. So I'll leave the link to the original story in the description if you guys want to read it yourself and give your own critique on it, but this is mine so far. Honey, you need to stop skinning the animals. It's not safe, a woman said to a 10-year-old boy. The boy didn't listen. He just kept skinning the dead bear until the boy's father yelled out, "Eddie, you listen to your mother now," the father said, and Eddie turned around and had the blankest expression ever. It made the father shiver, but stayed tough. "You listen here, young man." The father was cut off by the boy's animal-like screech. "Leave me alone, old man." Eddie then turned around and kept skinning the dead animal. The father gulped at the boy's voice. It was almost like he was possessed by a demon. The father shook his head and went over, but he gets stabbed in the leg. "Ah, my leg!" The boy pulled the knife out. "What did I say, old man?" The boy turned around and walked off. The mother sighed. If only I had a place to put him. Time skip. Eddie was in a mental place, looking at the window while on the bed. He had those blank eyes his mother used to love, those blue sienna eyes he used to have, but now he didn't. She comes and talks to him each day, but then one day she didn't come. Eddie's sister came. "Eddie, I know you can't hear me, but Mom's dead." She had tears in her eyes. She didn't notice, but Eddie dripped a tear, too. He sighed. "How did she die?" he asked in a blank expression. He wanted to comfort her, but for some reason he can't. She sighed. She hung herself. Dad was arguing too much, and he tried to stop her. Eddie silently gasped, but kept quiet. "So, is Dad dead yet?" she gasped. "Eddie, what's wrong with you? Where's the loving, caring brother I know?" "Well, if you're gonna stay in this hospital all your life, here's something to remember me by." She left a locket on the dresser and walked out. Eddie went over to the locket and opened it. He shed a lot of tears. Then he was old enough to escape. He would escape tonight. Time skip again. There was a scream. Each doctor went over and saw a dead body on the floor and bloody footprints. But now nothing. What they didn't know, that Eddie turned into a bird and flew away into the woods. He turned back and panted. Then he saw a pack of wolves, a cobra, and a croc, and a bear. His eyes. Eddie's eyes became blank, dark, and made a slasher grin. Want to have a bad time? Before one of the wolves can growl, Eddie came running at the animals with a knife and a sword. Mid-morning, police object that Eddie has died fighting animals or being suicidal. The newsman said as the cops were looking at the dead body of the 19-year-old Eddie. Eddie's sister was crying. She couldn't believe it. What they all didn't notice, a tall man with no face was watching them. 2 years later, a group of teenagers and Eddie's sister went into the forest. One of the teens, or two, went with Eddie's sister. They ripped off her shirt and they were gonna rape her. Then one of the teens get pulled into the bushes by force. The other teen looked around and then gets pulled up by a tail into the tree. Eddie's sister quickly ran off. The last thing the teens saw was a giant cobra lunging at them. Aftermath. It literally says aftermath. It doesn't say aftermath. Aftermath. It's been years since Eddie first saw someone. The only person he knew who saved his life was the tall man. He works for him as an assassin. He turned into a wolf, into his wolf form, and howled at the moon. He howls, pretty much. I'm not gonna say that. The wolf roared, and then the Skinrunner was created. Alright, now it's time for my thoughts and critique on this character. I'm just gonna say right now that this was a real doozy. It's just that not a lot of it makes sense to me. Why does he skin animals? Does he get some weird satisfaction out of it? Or does he just do it so he can do it? Does he have a mental disorder that makes him want to? Is he a sociopath? Is he actually just a psychopath? What is he? Why does he do this? And how exactly does he turn into animals? Just because you skin animals doesn't mean you're going to become an animal. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And why exactly did the mom kill herself? It says that they were arguing a lot, but was it abusive arguing? Was it I don't know. I just don't like that idea. His mom can die. Obviously. That's happened a lot in creepypasta stories that are very successful. But it's just hard to do when there's no real reason for her to die. Unless it was continuous over years and years and years of maybe arguing and abuse, I highly doubt she would kill herself. But blaming it on the father when he asked, "Is Dad dead yet?" I don't think that's a valid thing for him to do. He blamed it on his father because they were arguing. What if it was the mom that was causing the arguments and all of that? And his sister, why exactly did she leave him a locket? I know it says that to remember her by, and she says, "Where's the loving, caring brother I know?" If you don't know who it is, why are you leaving him something? It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And again, why can he turn into animals? I want that to be cleared up. Why? Just why? That's all I want to know. And want to have a bad time. We all know that's an Undertale reference. We all know that. We're not dumb. And how can a 19-year-old boy overpower a cobra, a wolf, and a bear? How? And why does Slender Man come into this? What does he have to do with this? Is he a proxy now? Why? I don't entirely understand to why he's a proxy. But that's okay. That's fine. You do what you want. Also, with the group of teenagers, were the two boys originally Eddie's sister's friend? Also, we need a name for the sister. Were they originally her friend? And was Eddie like following her sister around so he knew she wouldn't get into trouble? It's just like a lot of this does not make sense to me. Like, if it were me, I would say that. Really? Sorry, my brother's here. I would change the part where he can turn into animals, and I would definitely change that part, but just overall together, I would say don't let him change into animals, and then if he does, explain why, explain more of the backstory. I couldn't really catch up on this or get into it too much because it's actually quite boring. But, and why is his name Skinrunner? I don't entirely understand why his name is Skinrunner. I understand because he skins animals, but where's the runner part come from? And does he go by that now? Do people call him that? Or do people still call him Eddie? And I think at the beginning he was very violent towards his father for no reason. We just need more depth, is pretty much what I'm saying. We need more explanations. So yeah, you don't have to take my advice. I'm just saying, I'm pointing out the things that I personally don't like. Maybe other people love it, but I personally do not. Not my favorite. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just not my favorite. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to learn anything else, or if you want me to read anything else, either it's your character or you find it yourself, maybe on some creepypasta site, I will read it. Just link it below, and I will get to as many as I can. I do take requests, but other than that, I really hope you guys enjoyed.